Thank you for joining me. I'm Alex and I want to talk about Corning. So what they do is they make glassware, and they've been making glassware for a long time, and they also make fiber optics, and they also make display glass for, LCD displays like the one on your phone that you're holding right now. So it's one of the most important companies you've probably never heard of, and they have a lot of connections to a lot of different device manufacturers for said display glass. So definitely an interesting company to look into, regardless of what their stats are, just like for informational purposes. Current price $31.88, which gives them market cap of $24 billion. Dividend yield is 2.6% with a payout ratio of 600%. Dividend yield obviously not bad. The payout ratio of 600% obviously a problem. So always bad when you pay out 6 times your earnings in dividends, but who am I to judge? Revenue $11.5 billion, earnings $960 million, which gives them PE of 234. So the PE is calculated based off the earnings right now and based off the stock price right now, and not off these earnings of $960 million, because that would only be a PE of 30-ish. So I don't know what Yahoo Finance is doing here, but this is the way I've always done it, and so I'll come up with something better at some point, I guess. Forward PE of 20, obviously forward PE of 20 is much better than 234, and with a forward PE of 20 they can easily pay the dividend yield of 2.6%, so that really shouldn't be a problem. Total assets $28.9 billion, total liabilities $15.9 billion, which gives them a total stockholders' equity of $12.9 billion. That balance sheet looks pretty nice, obviously. So the dividend yield is pretty nice. Revenue growth not quite that nice, and earnings is a bit of a problem, obviously. So overall, I don't think that there's anything here for a growth investor. I think that for a dividend investor, this is actually a very interesting stock and definitely worth looking into. Not just because of the sector they're in and the growth potential that is there, but also because it's been around a very long time, and it's an interesting company to look into. For a value investor, the balance sheet is pretty nice. The PE is pretty decent, and the forward PE, obviously. And the dividend is a nice bonus. So definitely a stock worth looking into for a value investor. I think that if we're diversifying, I think that this is definitely worth looking into. I wouldn't make this company the centerpiece of a portfolio for several reasons. But I think that the problem is people like Apple like vertical integration, so they could eventually try to make their own glass, I guess. Who knows, really? So bit of a risk factor there, but it's not a big one either way. Definitely worth diversifying into. Not sure about making it a centerpiece of a portfolio, although I would say that it's one of the safer companies that you can do that with. That's it for me for today. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I'm coming out more videos every day before market open. I hope you have a successful day.